Welcome back, everybody. I do apologise. First thing I'd like to say is I do apologise to my subscribers and my viewers that I haven't made a video for quite a few weeks now. And as I explained in my last videos I did, we've had a lot going off. We've had the house decorated virtually from top to bottom. We've had the kitchen painted, which is what this video is about, and also we've had the loss of our little dog Tess, which has been heartbreaking for us because she has been for 17 years part of the family, and we've just come back from 3 days away up Northumberland, and we had a lovely holiday, but we'd booked a little cottage that we could take the dog with us. And you're constantly reminded that, when you're going up on holiday like that and you should have taken your dog with you, that she's not there. And even simple things in the kitchen, when we get a cooked chicken, and normally Tess would have been sat at the side of me while I'm picking the chicken, breaking it apart and putting it into pieces, and she always got some, and I just looked down and she weren't there. We're still saying, oh, better get back for our Tess, and you realise you've no Tess. She's with us in spirit. I mean, I like to think that she's still here somewhere, and now she's in we've got a box with her ashes in, and she's in with our previous dog in the cabinet. So I do apologise, nothing's been done. I'm hoping to get back on track with various things, but I'd had some from me, not from YouTube, but from other people on my social media sites that have actually asked me how I've got on with the kitchen being painted. Not the walls, the actual units. And as I explained in one of the previous videos, is both me and my brother, we fit kitchens for a long time, and God knows we've lost count how many kitchens we'd fit. And so I was sceptical when I did a remodel of my son's kitchen, that I put him a big island in and various other things, and he was having it painted. Now his is a shaker style, as you can see in the background here. That's what this kitchen is. It's shaker style, and I will put a few snapshots up of the kitchen, my kitchen as it was. I will incorporate those, and I'll put those in now. So as you can see from the pictures, this was like oak effect, American white oak type effect, but shaker style. My son's was shaker style, but it was like a cherry, and he said, I'm having it painted. And I said, you're having it what? He said, I'm having the kitchen units and cabinets and all that painted. Two lads had come in to do it. I said, well, it's up to you, Danny, but I've never seen anything, so I can't vouch. Personally, I can't say that, yeah, they'll make a good job. I don't know. And he said, well, he priced up, and it's a bit smaller than our kitchen. He priced up for some kitchen units, not units, but the doors, sorry, to replace all the doors. But you can't just replace the doors. If you want a different colour, you've got to do all the end panels, all the mouldings, like pelmic coving, like I have on here. And so you've got to replace all that. There's a lot of work involved just to replace the doors. So anyway, sure enough, I went down to let the guys in, a couple of nice lads, and I never met them before, and I came away, and then they'd locked up. They came in and they'd taken everything that they could, that weren't screwed down, all end panels that they couldn't screw and take, doors, fronts, everything, and they took them away, they painted them. They then brought them back the same week and painted what was in situ, masked off and painted. I went down that night when it had finished, when they'd gone. And to say the least, I had to eat my words, because the finish that those lads put on them units just looked like a new kitchen. It was absolutely superb. I didn't get a chance to speak to the lads as such, so I have now, but what a finish. And then I saw we were doing a modification to another kitchen, and he'd done theirs in black, and it looked stunning. It's like a marble backdrops and all lit up from behind, and black unit doors. And I thought, wife says, we can't really afford to change all the units and the doors. It was going to cost an awful lot of money. So I got these two lads in. He said, yep, I'll come down and do the job. I said, would you give us a quote? He said, yeah, of course I will. He said, just send me some pictures. So the pictures that you've just previously seen are the pictures, the photos that I took in here, and he gave me a quote from that. He knows roughly what everything is and how much it costs to do this, that and other. So he came, and the day that they were booked in to come, he came and he took light pelmets off and the coving. It's the same moulding, but it's coving up top. Took all those off, end panels that came off, drawer fronts, cupboard doors, plinths, he took them away. Virtually, he stripped everything off that would come off the kitchen, took them away, and he said, I'll be back. This was on I think he came on the Monday, and he said, I'll be back on the be back on the Friday to do the rest, what's in situ, mask off and do all that. I said, that's absolutely fine. I said, what is it, paint that you use? He said, it's a 2-pack. He said, any damage, now what he said was, anything dents or nicks out and all that, they filled them and sanded them, and everything were keyed up. It's a professional job. And I just happened to mention, I said, how our people now regards, painting the kitchens. He said, people remodeling the kitchens now, he said, they want them painting. If the units and the carcasses are sound, the doors and all that are sound, he said, they haven't painted. Now, ours weren't proper oak, they're like a foil wrapping on them. That's what they are. But yeah, the 2-pack goes over that. And anyway, as I say, took them away, and he rang me and he said, I'll be back Thursday, not Friday. I've done everything. Well, that's fine. Yeah, we couldn't do all. We took nothing out of the cupboards. There's still everything in the cupboards. He told us to do that. So yeah, the actual two lads that come, Clive is obviously the main guy, and the other one, I think they call him Kieran. And two, you couldn't wish to meet any nicer lads. They came, we vanished out. They masked everything up so that nothing got into the units, and sheeted everything up on the floor, because we have like a cardine floor, and it's like a slate colour, so it would have shone up. So anyway, we went out. When we come back, they'd done it later that day. They had done it, completed it, and they were just taking the final paper off. But not only had they done that, they put all the doors, the handles, everything back on. We had a fully functioning kitchen afterwards, so we only had them 2 days here, but there were more work involved obviously at their unit where they sprayed the parts. And when we came in, we couldn't believe it. Now I'm going to show you it all in a minute and show you the finish. And the colour that we actually chose was what they call elephant's breath. It's quite it's quite a not a common colour, but as Clive said, that a lot of people are picking this colour now. So because we'd gone for that colour, we found out that we could have the walls a different, a slightly darker colour, and it's made a complete change, as you can see in the background. from the photographs I showed you what the kitchen was like. It's just transformed. It's like walking into a new kitchen. It really is. And the finish that these lads got on these units were, well, I've had to eat my words, as I said previous when I saw them, but now I've had it done at home myself. And I'll tell you the quote, because I feel it's only fair to tell you the quote. I'll show you all the units and then I'll tell you exactly what it cost me from the quote, and he did that over the phone with just photos, okay, and it didn't come to a penny more than what he asked. Now we've since had the decorator in, which is my nephew's come in and done, he's done the house from top to bottom. What a fantastic job. I would have done the decorating myself, but as I can't kneel down quite yet, in some of the tight areas it was going to be difficult. So he's done the lounge, he's done the staircase, he's done in here, and we've had new carpets throughout. So and what a job he's made. We've fallen really lucky with them, really. But I'm just trying to point out with this video from people that's asked me is, what do I think of the finish? Is it worth doing? Well, I priced up for kitchen doors and the end panels and all the coving. It was going to cost me just short of £6,000 for new doors, new end panels, new plinths, everything, to transform this kitchen to what it is now. And when I sent him the photographs, the quote that came back for this kitchen doing, and you can see I have them off, not just got what's behind me, which I will show you, but what's in front of me as well, and the island. The quote came back at £5 short of £1,700. Now I don't care where you go, where you want to go for your kitchens or this and other. That has transformed my kitchen, and no one could tell me that it doesn't look like a new kitchen. My cat, I mean, I put the original kitchen in anyway, so I knew the carcasses, I knew the condition of those, they're all good and sound. And the transformation from before to now is chalk and cheese. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just show you the finish, and I'm going to put the lights on to illuminate things to show you what it looks like. Okay, right, this is the kitchen, actual kitchen part, not the dining area part. As you can see, you can see the end panel's been done, and inside, both sides. Okay, and I'll open the door for you so I can just show you inside as well. They're all done on every door. These are done. You can see the light pelmets, and if you can see the quality of that finish. I'm just hoping you can see it. It's very difficult to see, but I mean, it's incredible. It really is. It's a credit to the lads. As those, and you can see what size of the kitchen is. Even the parts in the corner there where the cutting boards go, they slide back inside there. It took them out, those light pelmets which are up there, and sorry, light pelmets there, that's the coving up there. And then if you go around here, did the same there, and the end panels at the side of the hob here. So them either side were removed. You couldn't take those out down there because they're fixed, they go in between. So it masked all that off and painted them in situ. Okay, then we come round to here, and as you can see, now in here, that is a microwave, but proper microwave oven. That is a single oven but fan assisted, and then below it we have a warming drawer because I like baking bread. So he took all these off as well. Now that end panel there, he couldn't take off. That's a fix. So there would be right inside this part here, I'll show you that. Right inside here, it would have shown oak. They didn't take these out. They even managed to mask all that off and paint in there. How on earth they did it, I do not know. But they did it, lads. They sprayed that off, masked the floor off and everything, did that in situ. Now, we have a large American fridge freezer in. They pulled that out and sprayed the end panels there, but the top cupboard end panels, that's that one and that one and that one and that one, they took away. Okay, they could do that because they came off. They couldn't take the end panels off the base ones because they support the granite as well, so he left them in situ, he painted them in situ. Okay, he's painted all that all the way around, and if you walk over here, he masked all these off, and these are our display cabinets with lights inside, as you can see. He took all those off, so we've quite a lot of kitchen cupboards. This is more of a dining area part. Okay, and what's more, he even did my wife's computer desk. All right, he just took it all and it came back, and we walked in the Thursday afternoon. It was done and dusted. Very little smell off at paint, just a little bit, but not too much. It soon went after a couple of days. But what a finish! It is ultra smooth, and this is, as I say, it's elephant's breath, but you can pick the amount of satin that you want it, and believe it or not, this is 20%. And I'll show you inside. It does inside as well. I didn't put any of these back on, they did it, put the handles back on. Only thing I did was I gave the handles a bit of a clean up, because it dust settles on here and on here, so I cleaned them all up, but they put them all back on. I didn't do all. And of course the display cabinet in the corner there was a darker grey, and of course we realised once they're done we should have had them do that. So what I did, when my nephew came to paint the kitchen, I said, right, I'll take the glass out of those, because they're in with this insert frames at the back. Take them out, and then the glass pulls out. It's one big piece at top and a big piece at bottom, and took the glass out, so he had no masking off to do, and he painted the unit the same colour as the kitchen cabinets, which is obviously elephant's breath, and it all blends in. And what a smashing job he's made of it. And it's one of those where you can see the actual colour now, and you can see the difference in the contrast. Slightly dark. I think this is, stand corrected, I think it's like a dovetail or a dove something colour, but yeah, it's and if you see it from this side, plinth lights are in. I did take the plinth lights out for him because for Clive. I keep calling him Carl. I took the plinth lights out and all the wiring because it would have been an absolute nightmare for him, because I fit them anyway. So I took them out and I put them back in, but they took the plinths away and painted them. So, and it's quite a large island that we have, and it's all granite, and I like it. It's a nice workspace if you're doing out on it. But yeah, so would I recommend having your kitchen painted? Well, all I can say is yes, I would recommend having my kitchen painted by these two lads. There we go. Would I have the kitchen painted? Yes, with these two lads, most definitely. It's one of those occasions where I wouldn't have plucked them out of the directory, or unless I know somebody that's had the work done. It's one of those, you need to have work done like this by somebody that is recommended, and you can go look and view at what work is completed. Most will do that. I've seen my sons, and I saw another lad that we did a remodel of the kitchen, and each job was to the same standard. So those lads know what they're doing, and you just leave it to them. So, and if anybody does want, I mean, we live in Leeds area. I don't know what sort of distance we would travel to do the work, but if anybody does want the details from the from Clive, then I will pass that on. But it will, I'll have to work out the best way of doing it, because I'm not just going to pass some details on somebody without getting their permission. But yeah, the more, if people want it, just send me a notification, put it in comments saying, look, I'd like to so and so, and then if you can, personal message me, and I'll pass the details on. But I will speak to the lad himself, because I feel it's only fair. But yeah, we've got now brand new, all I can see, brand new fitted kitchen for under £2,000. Where would you go for a brand new fitted kitchen for under £2,000? This size. This isn't just that part of the kitchen, this was all this. Yeah, credit to the lads, and he's kept busy, and a pair of them are. And I say, you couldn't want any nicer lads to work in your house and leave them. They just got on with the job. So if anybody does want it, I will pass the details on. So that's a conclusion to this video, and I just hope for those that have asked me about the kitchen and results, it's not that I haven't that I've forgotten about you and this and other. I have said, you know, I've responded to everybody to say, look, I've a lot on at the moment. Now it's settled down, we can sit back and enjoy what we've had done. I mean, the lounge and the staircase, absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, if anybody wants any information and wants to speak to me about it, just drop me a line in comments. I'll get back to you. I always get back to everybody. And as I say, I'm getting a lot better on with my knee now. I've just started to kneel, but only slightly. I can't kneel fully because my foot would bend my knee back if you put it, but if I'm kneeling on a step, I'm okay. I put a pad down and kneel on it. It feels strange, but I'm getting there. So, and I'm hoping to be getting back into the workshop and getting a few more videos out for my subscribers. If anybody's wanting a video doing anything, just drop me a line in the comments, and I'll see if I can do something. I have done in the past, and I'll do it again. As I say, I enjoy doing my videos, and I've really missed doing them, but it's, you know, needs must, and the one thing you don't go up against is the wife. I mean, she's been very good, I must admit. She's put up with all the mess and everything, and the upset, but we've got there in the end of it, and we're really pleased with it now. We've had some cracking work and some skilled workers. So right, that's it, completion to the video. I'm not harping on anymore. Don't forget, give me a thumbs up, I like thumbs up, and if you've got any comments, please let me know, and notification, and say, just watch out for my videos. I don't know what my videos are going to be in the future. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm going to be back into the workshop now, so that gives me something to do. I won't be up here, I'll be out of the wife's hair. No, I'll be down in the workshop. So as I always say at the end of my videos, for God's sake, be safe out there and be careful. And until next time, bye for now. Bye.